Hey, and hello there everyone! Welcome back to the Post-Strike Stream's final week before hiatus/sabbatical edition. AKA, I still do not have a shiny legendary and am mathematically overdue for one and am slightly panicking that if I just stuck to the regular schedule, I will not get a shiny legendary. And yet, what are the odds I do all these extra streams and I still don't get any shinies that I want or need? Can you imagine that, guys? But hello there, welcome. Thank you for saying we can hear you, because that is helpful to know. It's always good to be like, I can see the game and I can hear you. Also, sorry if I'm jangling keys next to the microphone. Hang on. Sorry, my keys were like in a weird place, and it was like, I need to move them. But anyway, Bark. Lovely to see you guys, gals, non-binary pals. So let's say hi to people quickly. Lara Thierry, and Tegan, and Bovio Games, and Xander, and Kieran. Hello, welcome. So I know, Klefki strats. So I hope you're... Oh, I forgot to mute the laptop. Sorry, I did only turn my laptop on like 10 minutes ago. Oh, hang on, there's also another thing I haven't done. I was on a wireless connection instead of a wired connection, so whoops. I might just check that I am connected, like, on the internet with a wired connection. Hang on. Oh, no. Okay, now it doesn't show it. Well, hopefully the internet works. Oh, dear. Actually, my laptop still says it's connected via the... Hang on. Huh. I'm a bit worried I'm not connected to the internet on the correct thing, but as long as you guys can hear me and see me and all this other stuff, then I guess that's kind of all that matters in the end. Yeah, oh, I wish I'd... Oh, no, okay, no, it's connected on the wired connection now. There we go, okay. Well, at least on the computer. I don't know about the Switch. Right, anyway, Bark. So, chat, my lovely chat. Let me... Hang on. So many things. I do have an audition I need to do after this, so we will hurry up today. Again, on a week where it's like, oh, I've not been getting many auditions, I can do a load of extra streams this week, like this 1 week, and then I'm getting auditions every day. It's like, okay, well, it would have been nice a few weeks ago when I, like, took a break from doing streaming, or I eased up on my streams, but okay, fine. Like next week, I probably will like not get any auditions. But anyway, Bark, that's enough about that. So, chat, my lovely chat. Oh, did I not clear the... Oh, I didn't clear the spreadsheet. Oh, this would be a great day for Cramming to be here, because it's hard to do this on mobile. Anyway, Bark. But how are we all doing? I hope you're doing well. I have completed my Pokedex in Pokemon Legends ZA. I now have all 230 Pokemon currently available at the time of speaking. It's been fun. But I've still got a bunch of like battling I need to do for like the story. And then once I do all that like sort of story or like mission related battling, I'll see how close I am to like 1000 for the shiny charm. And then if I'm kind of close to it, if I feel like it's attainable, if it's doable, because I'm at like something like 400 battle. I think like when I beat the game, it was about 250, and I think I'm now at like 400 or 450 or something. So like I've gone from like 250 to 450 just from like Saturday. So, you know, maybe like between the story and stuff like that, I will, you know, get to the 1000 for the shiny charm, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, let's say hi to more people. Small Shiny Guy, Kiba, and Jill, hi. Oh my gosh, loads of people here today. Well, this makes me happy. So chat, I said I needed to hurry, so let's hurry, shall we? And Kevin, here I am, doing everything I can. Right, okay. Chat, my lovely chat. Could you please let me know, we're still after Thunderous, Stack Attacker, and Celesteela, and we will be doing Nihilego later as well. But let's begin for now with Thunderous, Celesteela, and Stack Attacker. Could you guys, gals, non-binary pals, please let me know what you're able to do if you are around to do it. So please say strike in big capital letters, and then say I can do, and then say Thunderous, Celesteela, and or Stack Attacker. Ready, set, bow, let me know. And here we go. And then Ginger's cats are so hyper. Hello. Oh my gosh, loads of people here. And if everyone could click like on the video once you've done typing strike that you are here, I would appreciate that as well. And if you're not typing in strike and saying that you're here, could you still like the video? Because it would help. Okay, so Kiba can't do stack attacker. Gotta remember that. But okay, and then Jill can do any, Cats can do any, Kevin can do any dinner restrictions. Sorry, I said that like quite negatively. I didn't mean that. I was trying to be funny there, but it just kind of came out like I was being mean or something. Okay, so wow. Okay, so we actually have like 6 people here, and okay. So hang on. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do stack attacker second. Okay, so let's have like. Oh, hang on. I need to actually like fill in the spreadsheet. That might be helpful, mightn't it? So let's get like, hang on, Kevin and Akiba, do, and then we'll get Kira and Jill too. Okay, my cats are so hyper. Who? Oh, and wait, hang on. There was 6. Oh, Lara Terry. I was like, who am I forgetting? Who am I not recalling off the top of my head? Is Lara Terry at the bottom? We need to change that. Lara Terry needs to be with the L's. The L's. Oh, why does it keep doing this weird thing where it sort of glitches to people? Hang on. I will just do a quick reconfigure for Kieran's sake. But okay. Let me just also figure out the teams as well. Where was... And okay, so I think... Hang on, let me just do a quick deactivate, reactivate. And then hopefully that fixes any potential issues up. Okay, so... So chat. Anyway, chat. Here's what we're gonna do, okay? So I've got Team 1, Thunderous, Kevin, Kiba, Lara Terry, Team 2, Stack Attacker, Jill, Ginger's Cats, and Kieran. Does that sound good? Does that make sense? Is that all okay? If I've done anything wrong there, please, for the love of Nelly, let me know. I do not want to be messing things up like I almost did yesterday with Kiba. Kiba, it's a name you should know. And then... but yeah, I've actually got a few things to talk about today. If we... Oh my gosh, why have I got like so many like notifications and stuff like that? Oh my gosh. Hang on. Oh, yeah, hang on. Let me do that. Let me do... okay, hang on. I've got, like, old notifications, like, from yesterday, but I thought I'd, like, swipe them away. Okay, anyway, Bob. So, you just returned from Jamaica. Yeah, hurricane. That's the thing, I haven't heard about this hurricane, but, like, people in chat are talking about it. Well, I hope everything's okay, because, like, hurricanes are not to be messed with. Like, don't... You know, if anyone is advised to, like, do stuff, do the stuff. And I know that's easier said than done. I know the idea of, like, you know, like, leave your house and getting out of town is a difficult thing. You know, like, back in January, like, we kind of had it with the fires, like, potential... You know, I had, like, a suitcase kind of half-packed, like, throughout January. Even though I, like, can't drive and all this other stuff. But still, you know, just... But, you know, if you're advised to do stuff, you know, try your best to do it, is essentially your point. Kevin, you got your first shiny in ZA, and it was a Magikarp. The gold on Magikarp looks really good these days. Like, it actually does look, like, golden as opposed to, like, bright yellow. Which, and don't get me wrong, I don't think gold is necessarily better than yellow for everything, but I think for Magikarp, it's pretty cool. Oh, was Giratina here? Did Giratina say hi? Okay, sorry, hang on. My chat is like all hang on. Where did all the chat go? Okay, there we go. So anyway, so here we go, everyone. So, Team 1, Kevin, Kiba, Lara Terry, please connect to the internet on the Wycom and let's go, shall we? But yeah, so today is Tuesday, 28th of October. We are less than a week away until my Nintendo Switch Online runs out and I go on my hiatus. But let's go Thunderous Team 1, Kevin, Kiba, Lara, Thierry. Let's do this. And then, right, 10, 28, and then 0 to 11. But yeah. So Kevin, Kiba, Lara, Thierry, Thunderous. Rock and Ice are very nice, and are also two of the types I still need to catch a load of in Pokemon Legends ZA. I think I've realized it's because there really just aren't that many, though, of, like, either. With, like, rocks, it's, like, Binacle, Larvitar, Carbink, there's, like, Tyrant and Amora, and then there's, like, one other thing as well, and that's, like, basically it for the rock. There's, like, Onyx, maybe. Oh, and Aron, I suppose. But, like, there's not a whole lot. And then for Ice is really limited, because there's, like, Snova, Vanillish, Snorunt, and there is also, like, a Mora, but you can't catch that. I think there's maybe, like, one other Ice type or something, but that's it. Like, Ice is, like, really limited. Like Glaceon, I guess. Like, if I got a wild Glaceon, but yeah. Okay. So, but Rock and Ice are very nice. Lightning Rod is obviously incredible. Ground types are brilliant. But if we can't, don't forget that Volt Absorb is also really good. And then Dragon, Grass, and other electric types can be good for resistance. Thunderous does have Sludge Wave for spread poison damage, Rain Dance and Weather Ball for water type damage, Rain Dance and Thunder for 100% accurate thunders. Discharge when it's angry, and don't forget that Weather Ball can change types and not just be water. So if we change the weather, such as with rock or ice, sandstorm and hail, it can utilize that as well. So just watch out, and it is why rock is a little bit better than ice, because Thunderous with rock is less scary than Thunderous with ice. I mean, the final wild area can have a random evolution, and I got a couple from it before I had to just manually evolve some EVs. Right, so Thunderous. Okay, so ground and rock. So I will go with Cradilly because it does have rock, and it is Cradilly's nice because it's got the super effective of rock and the resistance of grass. But Marowak is not a bad choice either, if depending on what comes next. Okay, so Marowak is definitely the best out of those three. Mainnet trick. Nicely done, Lara Terry. Mainnet trick. And then, Durant can do whatever it likes, or Combustion, or whoever. It's fine. We've won now. We've won. There we go. So, chat, what generation do you think that they will change Umbreon and Espeon to just be Sunstone and Moonstone? Please just do it, Pokemon. Right, okay, Ice is to the left, and it actually does know an Ice move. Hooray. And then there's Xatu, which is bad. Ribombi's okay. And then there's and then Boldor. So we could go for, like, Boldor. If we go to the left, there's going to be Jinx, and then we could do, like, Ribombi, and then the Boldor, or something like that. And I don't know who we'd want to... I don't know who we want to switch. Maybe, like, I'm better for the switch. Like, obviously we want to switch Kiba for the Combustion. I don't know whether... but the thing I don't know is, do we want to give Kiba the Jinx or the Boldor? I would say the Boldor, just because 100% rock, 100% accurate rock, max rockfall, and the Sandstorm is better. And because I'm going to run out of PP a little bit on my rock move, and my rock move is a weak move. So I kind of wonder if, like, me having Jinx is better. I don't know, actually. It's tough. We've got Ribombi and Boldor, so it's kind of like, I don't know. Kiba, you'll do a double swap. Hang on. What do you mean a double swap? Where are you gonna swap? Like, you don't need to double swap. I don't think you need to double swap. I think we want to have Jinx and Boldor, not Jinx or Boldor. Like, because like both of them are better than Cradilly. I would say. So I don't think we want to do like a. I think we want to be careful about, like, a double swap. Oh, no, lovely kiss. More like a lovely miss. I hope Manectric doesn't regret doing the turn 1 overheat. Because don't forget, moves like overheat are better done on, like, turn 2. Just because you can kind of shoot yourself in the foot a little bit. But hopefully this still works out okay. Although now Kevin is asleep. So maybe the answer is just Kevin switches. Actually, I mean, Kevin, do you want to jinx Kevin? Do you want to jinx Kevin? Because if that Marowak's asleep... oh, jeepers. Honestly, I actually think that... Because, like, Marowak can't really do a whole lot of damage. It's more just about not dying. So... Oh, ooh, okay, crud. Yeah, honestly... Because, like, they heal freeze for you, but I think... Well, do you get... I can't remember. Do you get tested with... What's funny is it's 6 visitors at a cafe. I think you only actually need 4. I've repeatedly done it with 4. Like, if you go to the Nouveau Cafe and you do, like, 4 Ember Roasts, which cost, like, $2.50 each. So basically for, like, $1,000 you can get max friendship. But I suppose if you had, like, some kind of base 0, that would be... Yeah. Sorry. Too many things to talk about. I think the game thaws you out of freeze between battles, doesn't it? But it doesn't relieve you of... Do we want to do Xatu? Because we've got, like, electric, rock, and ice? I know earlier I said about Rabombi, but... I don't really know why I said Rabombi, but, like, Xatu we're, like, quite super effective against. But that was with a Buneri. Oh, you can order water for 100. That's also true. I guess if you did, like, 6 waters, that would be cheaper than 1,000. So, that's true. But yeah, I just do, like, the Nouveau Ember Roast for $2.50 because the Nouveau Cafe is, like, available right away. And that's available, like, really early in the game. That's, like, the one you go to right at the start of the game. But that's interesting if you can do it with water. That's quite funny. I like that. Right, Ancient Power. More like an ancient flower. But yeah, that was the other thing I was thinking as well. By not having Marowak, we do have a stab super effective Dynamax here. But yeah, I sort of found like 4 coffees got you like the max friendship. So Rising Voltage. Ooh, that was a crit, right? Yeah, I was going to say that had to be a crit. That did so much damage. The health bar went down so quickly. I think we're going to one-turn this. And then... Okay, if we do one-turn this would be amazing. But let's see. Max Mind Storm! No, not Manectric, no! No, Manectric, no! Dang, Manectric was like so close to surviving that battle. I was really hoping we were gonna hold on there, but oh well. But Buneri takes 6 because of the base 0 friendship. That's wild that it starts as 0. That's really wild. What else starts with base 0? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Now, one thing I actually did wonder about happiness is, does destroying Mega Shard rocks increase happiness? Because in Legends Arceus, the way to get friendship evolutions was like, if you had like a Riolu, just go around and like knock down a load of like apricorn trees and smash rocks and stuff like that. Just like smash the rocks, get apricorns, and just go around and do a lap and like knock them all. So, right, so... Lily High. Okay, so Xatu is a no. Yeah, and we don't even want to like double switch this, do we? Fun fact, actual bunnies in real life do take a while to warm up to their owners. Archie, can you validate this? Archie's not here. Okay. So, but if we go right for Boldor, there are no berries or anything like that, sadly. But yeah, and then this would be good for Kiba because like Stone Edge, I prefer my Stone Edges to be boosted to 130 and have 100 accuracy. It was much easier to get Friendship in Sword and Shield. I can't really remember. I don't know, Sword and Shield, I would just give things proteins and Soothe Bell and like evolve them. I don't really know. I don't really know how like the Soothe Bell affects like the number of coffees and stuff you need. So, yeah, no, they're probably both super busy / have abandoned us. But probably the busy thing. But no, but that's why Xander. You are now, you know, I'm going to give you a heads up. You've now been bumped up to a 51% probability of winning Mod of the Month. You're like, I'm the only mod who's been here. Exactly, which is why you're now up to a 51%, more likely than not, probability of Mod of the Month. Right, here's the Max Lightning, very, very frightening. Me, very scary, Lara Terry, nicely done. The Ultra Beast started 0. See, that sounds about right. See, that's what else starts at 0. This is, to be honest, this is kind of. I think now that you've said about this, I'm kind of like getting vague recollections and memories are coming back to me. But honestly, like the happiness mechanic is because these days I kind of just like give something a Soothe Bell. I just give it like a load of like protein or carbos or calcium, and then I evolve, like, you know, and then I just level it up, and that's usually enough. Or in Arceus, again, I would just get a Pokemon, I'd like run around for like 10 minutes, getting every apricorn and smashing every rock I would see, and then that would be enough to evolve as well, so... Most start at 70, but the Rorts line start at 35. See, that's weirdly specific! Why is this weirdly specific? Okay, so Kiba switch, it's time for Combuskin to be ditched. Kiba switch, that's nicely switched, and then we've got a Cradilly and a Boldore and a Jinx and a Minitrick, and that should be good. Xander is your favorite mod here. Oh, that's very sweet, Lily. Now, we can't play favorites, but Xander is a very, 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 very good mod. An excellent Pokemon player, a good mod, and a stalwart ally, or something. I don't know. I needed to round out the 3. Okay, so here we go. Here we go, everyone. Let's do this thing. So attack it with your goodest, stabbiest moves, I guess. I could Gastro Acid to nullify its prankster ability. What a prank that would be. Mewtwo starts at 0. See, that's the thing. If like Legendary started at 0 or something like that, and then everything else was like 70, like, it's fine. But I don't know, man. But anyway, bark. Oh, here's the Rain Dance. See, look, I could have used Prankster, and then that Rain Dance wouldn't have necessarily gone fast. The Bird Trio started 35, so that makes sense as well. Rising Voltage, more like a Rising Voltage. Ice Beam, more like an Ice Beam. Oh, the Cheese Freeze! Cheese Freeze! Can we get an Omni Boost? Come on, Omni Boost. Ah, no Omni Boost. Okay, here's the Max Rock Fall! My voice always cracks during that, and I don't know why. I imagine Sarah has a favorite mod, and I imagine it's Archie. Xander. No, Xander. You can't say that. Right, Thundurus is getting desperate and more aggressive, but it's still frozen solid. Okay. Like, we're getting close. Like, I'm so scared that it's going to use, like, a discharge that, like, just KOs all of us or something, but... We're doing very well, Team 1. We're doing very well. Kiba says, finish him. YouTube doesn't understand that it's, you know, we're talking about the game. Right. Ice Beam. More like an Ice Beam. Well done, Team 1. Team 1, that was fun. Nicely done, everyone. Very nicely done. Also, can I just say, I'm really glad that Kevin's Marowak got put to sleep, because I actually think, like, switching Marowak was probably the best thing, because it kind of led to an offense is the best offense. Like, we had a very aggressive team there, and honestly, it worked. we might not have been able to beat that in 2 turns if we'd have just had, you know, if we'd had like a Marowak Manectric and then like, you know, Jinx and Boldor or something like that. So that was, yeah, and Jinx was the MVP, yeah. So, well done, everyone. Well done. So, stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars. And if you haven't clicked like on the video, could you please click like on the video? Because it's time for Bo to shame his fans. And also, 4 minutes ago was the Nightbot 22-minute game. But yeah, so we should have at least 11, hopefully. Hopefully, we have 11. Okay, so here we go, everyone. Jinx is not shiny. Xatu is not shiny. Boo. Xatu, more like Zart. Boo. Boldor is not shiny. Oh, Tenchi. Hi, welcome, welcome. You're shiny hunting Scraggy in ZA. Ooh, good luck with that. Do you have the shiny charm, Tenchi? Or are you just kind of winging it? And what is your shiny hunting method for Scraggy? Like, how are you getting Scraggy specifically with shiny hunting? Anyway, so we've got no Jinx, no Xatu, no Boldor, but will we get the slightly purple Thundurus? No, that looks like a regular Thundurus. Dang it. I wanted a shiny, and my attempts to do more streams to increase the odds of this are not paying off. As I enter my final, well, as I have entered my final week. Also, this is gentle or lax. It's gentle. Naive. Quiet. It's so quiet. And bold as well. Bold, but no rash. Which means this Jinx belongs in the trash. I'm gonna go with the naive Xatu of all things, I think. And there we go. So, right, Xatu has been sent to a box. It's been sent to a Carbomax. You have the shiny charm. There is an alley near Cosartico that spawns 4 at a time at night. So you're just checking the alley, flying back to Cosartico, and repeating. Very nice, very nice. There is a good Mega Shard place near Cosartico in the post game. That's like probably one of the best places, aside from perhaps like certain rooftops. So yeah, that's very impressive. You have the charm. I do not. I'm not even halfway to the charm. I was sort of saying, I'm gonna like I'm sort of doing a lot of battles for like post game stuff. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And then, but like once I'm done with that sort of post game, that last little bit of post game content, I'll see how close I am to the 1,000. If I'm only at like 500 or something like that, then you know, maybe I'll just wait until the DLC comes along to get the remaining 500 battles, because you know it'd be more fun to shiny hunt once there are like more Pokemon in the game. But if I am close to, if I am kind of close to 1,000, like if I'm kind of close, if I have like almost 7, if I'm like 2/3 of the way there, right? If I have 666 or 669, nice. Then maybe I'll try and go for the full 1,000, but we'll have to see. Yeah, so Xander, I'm about like 6 or 7 into the thing that you have just said that I won't say out loud, but yes. Oh, you did the extreme speed restaurant Lenaire to get the victories. I've heard about that trick. That's what I mean. See, if I'm like kind of close, I might like try that, you know. But it's just one of those things where like, so like, you know. But that's the thing. But it's like, if I have to do that like for 500 battles, I don't want to do that. If I have to do it for like 300 or so, then maybe I might, you know. Anyway, we're going to keep the record of Thundurus, because, sorry, I do need to be quick today, don't I? You need to level up your team. Xander, what level is your team? Because I'm, like, in the 90s. Oh, you did 2 and almost lost the second one. Oh. It was very boring, but a lot faster. That's fair enough. But it's just one of those things where I don't really know if I'm going to shiny hunt much, because, like, the methods seem to be quite boring. Like, it's just flying to a spot over and 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 over, and that kind of doesn't interest me a whole lot. So we'll have to, and I don't have a Switch 2, so we'll have to see. Just get an Alpha 65 Alpha Dragonite. Well, I mean, if you do that, then yes. You could also just use like a Lucario, probably. But late 70s, early 80s. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I think I was a little bit high. Well, I don't know. I can't remember if I was higher than... I might have been a little bit higher than that when I started. But anyway. So chat, my lovely chat. Jill, Ginger's Cats, and Kieran, are you ready? This is Team 2 Stack Attacker. So Jill, Ginger's Cats, and Kieran, please come on down. I should have said that a few minutes ago, but then I've kind of been talking for a while. So let's make sure we're connected to the internet on the Wycom. Okay, and we're going to talk to the nice scientist lady. If she asks about any preferences, you guys are going to say anything goes, but I'm going to say Stack Attacker. Okay, sorry to keep you guys waiting. You're probably just sitting there. It's like, oh yeah, we have a team 2 to do that. I already assigned. Okay, so let's go like 10, 28, and then 0232. How about that? 10, 28, 0232. That's 10280232. And that's the code. Ready, set, bow. Here we go. I did today decide to try the linked battles to get my... Oh, so he's Greninja. To get my Greninja-ite. And it's Jinx and Jill. I like it. Jinx and Jill. That sounds like... Ooh, that could be a good name for like a set... Like, okay, if Batman... Okay, if Joker had like a pair of like female goon hench women, I feel like Jinx and Jill could be like names. Do you know what I mean? Like if there wasn't like Harley Quinn, but he had like two Harley Quinn-esque kind of like guards and they were women, there'd be like Jinx and Jill. That's just my theory. My game theory. Mega Dragonite, your favorite high NTL. Xander, comment of the day. Love it. Right, anyway, Stack Attacker. It's very weak to ground and fighting, but don't knock a good water type. Or just get yourself a Poliwrath, which can do both. But the fighting is still better than the water. But it's like if you get stab water, that's the trick. Oh, fighting. More fighting, please. And Porygon is quite good. Porygon with Hyper Beam, as we have learned, Porygon with Hyper Beam is a formidable foe, not to be messed with. You want Shiny Dragonite. I know, the Shiny Mega Dragonite looks superb. I'll just say it. Like a non-controversial take. Right, anyway, let's see what we got here. Oh, Crocodile is to the right. So we might want to go to the right. And then there is Rhydon as well. So, yeah, do we want to get, like, the Rhydon... Oh, wait, yeah, the Rhydon and the Crocodile. Ironically, sometimes we get Crocodile and Rhydon confused, because they are kind of similar. But today, there's no confusion, because one clearly says Dark. But that Shiny Charm is going to take some work to get. Jinx and Jill are either DC villains or Swanky Bar in downtown LA. Ooh, yeah, Jinx and Jill. Yeah, that sounds pretty good, yeah. Okay, here we go, everyone. So I am going to Dynamax the heck out of this. But yeah. But again, Hyper Beam, like Overheat and stuff like that, is not a turn 1 move. That is very much a turn 2 move. Even if we might be able to beat this in, like, 1 turn... We'll save it for turn 2. Munchlax is kind of bulky. Cat's so... You're so close to Shiny Charm and ZA level 30... Well, the Shiny Charm's level 50. Level 32 is not... I hate it. So, sorry to burst your bubble, if anything, but I feel like other people who are playing the game can agree. Level 32 isn't very close to 50 in Legends ZA. At least I would say. Like, I would feel like me getting from, like, the level 32 to level 47 has been much, like, I'm at, like, about 47 or something right now. And I would say probably, like, 32 to 47 is probably way slower than me getting from, like, 1 to 32. Zan, do you think you're 42? Gunk Shot, oh no! Because you have to get like a lot of, because like you can get like you can get like the same amount of points for getting like 5 Pokemon and then another 5 Pokemon and then like another 5 Pokemon or something like that, as you do for just getting like the last 25. Like you get rewards for like say 5 fire types, 10 fire types, 15 fire types, and 25 fire types, and then you get another award for 50. But like that award for 50 is the same as like the first 5, so it's why like the later levels are like much slower. Is anyone switching here? Not for Munchlax. I don't think we need to switch to Munchlax. Yeah, I don't think we need to switch to Munchlax. We do need to figure out who's going to get the Crocodile and... Oh. Okay. Porygon is better than Munchlax. I don't know. Yeah, Porygon has Ice Beam and Munchlax doesn't. There is a Jill, do you want to do the scientist? Jill, do the scientist here. That is a command. That is a command from your stream host. You must science here. It's the only justification for your switch. To do a pointless double switch. A double switch science. Because Munchlax is not good. But no. If we... Okay, here's the thing. If we keep Oh, Barbaracle. Okay, Barbaracle is actually quite good for this fight. So, I'll allow it. Okay, here's what I'm thinking, Abraham Lincoln. So, we'll need to see who's got what. Because I've kind of forgotten who's got... Because, sorry, maybe Kieran could have done that science. But here's the thing. I think we should probably get rid of... Hang on. Yeah, Kieran, I think you should take this Crocodile and then... Yeah, I think you should take Crocodile and then Barbaracle could switch for the Rhydon. And then that, I think, would be really good. That's just my theory. My game theory, but that's my theory. Should I max Flare? It may weaken the water. Yeah, I would honestly go with max Phantasm or max Steel Spike, but I don't think max... Actually, no, max Steel Spike doesn't really do any... I would go with the max Phantasm because we've got a load of physical moves here. I would go with max Phantasm. But, which I know is counterintuitive. Like, normally I would say max Flare, but we've got a lot of, like, water moves and stuff like that here. You just max Steel Spike. No, that's okay. I'll tell you why max Steel Spike is kind of, like, pointless. Because Crocodile has Darkest Lariat, and Darkest Lariat ignores stat changes. So, max Steel Spike is more powerful. It will, like, do more damage. But you don't actually get the benefit of the defense boost, whereas, like, the Max Phantasm would have lowered its defense, and then... But in fairness, look, I mean, in fairness, you are the slowest one here, so a Max Phantasm wouldn't really do much, so never mind, don't worry. I think Max Steel Spike is probably, honestly, the best thing here. Because we might even get a KO here. Ah, so close. But yeah, because it has Darkest Lariat... but if it uses Max Darkness would be protected by the boost, but Darkest Lariat would ignore it, so that's why, like, Max Steel Spike, like, isn't quite as good. But no, that was a weird choice, though, Kira, and I don't mean your choice of move was weird there. I think, but just mean, like, choosing a move there was weird, because Max Flare was the strongest, but we have, like, water moves we were counting on. And then Max Steel Spike is the strongest, but obviously it's not stab, and also, like, the whole thing I just explained about with Darkest Lariat, you don't necessarily get the defense boost. And then Max Phantasm's not very effective, but it does lower defense, but you were the slowest, so we wouldn't have really got the benefit from it. So that was just like a weird turn or whatever. But anyway, Crocodile. So I think Marowak is good here. I just didn't want Munchlax against Crocodile, really, because I just don't really think it would do a whole lot. But if we do, like, Marowak for Crocodile, and if we do Rhydon for Barbaracle, I think we'll be good here. I also just didn't kind of like wholly want to switch you there, Kieran, because if you'd have had a bad Pokemon, but then also been our Wait, that's not a Rhydon, it's a Nidoking! Oh no, I messed up. But nevertheless, we still want it though. It's a Nidoking, not a Rhydon. Okay, that's the other thing we often confuse Rhydon with. Nidoking. Rhydon, Nidoking, and Crocodile kind of look similar at times. I only saw the tail. Now that I can see the head, that's very clearly a Nidoking. But I saw like the tail moving about, and that it's kind of, and I could kind of see like the overall size of it. But so because Rhydon and Nidoking are about the same size, like Crocodile is like much bigger. But at least I think. Now I'm getting confused. I don't know. But anyway, will it shine for anyone or is it only for Xander? Did I get a Nidoking once from these? I genuinely kind of forgot what I've had from the strike streams now. And if it's new, I remember it. If it's something that was new to me, I remember it. So like I remember that like I got Bouffalont because Bouffalont was, you know, I got Bouffalont for the first time ever from the Dynamax Adventures. And so there are a lot of things I kind of look at where I'm like, oh yeah, I have one of those because of the Dynamax Adventures. But like I know I've had Crocodile. I know I had Poliwrath as well. But again, those were things that like I have had before. So, but yeah. So Jill, yeah, you've got Barbaracle, right? So, and then yeah, if you switch for Nidoking, that'll be really good. Just because Nidoking is better than for Stack Attacker, Nidoking is better than Barbaracle. Right, Earth Power, more like an Earth Shower. Here's Fire Punch, more like a Fire Lunch. Oh, Jill's getting ads, but like... Can my computer not kind of like freeze up just when I'm like trying to type in a message? Like I hate when like you type in letters and the letters kind of appear a little bit like one at a time rather than like, you know, all at once. Okay, Combuskin has set up the sun, which isn't great for our water types, but luckily we did so much damage that it won't really make a difference. Earth Power now triggers your fight or flight response after ZA. I know, it's such like a funny move in Legends ZA. Oh, I was saying earlier, I did hop onto the online earlier to do the competitive to get the Greninite, I don't know what it's called. Also, he's Greninja. But yeah, so I played, I don't know if anyone else has got it or anything, or if anyone's like hesitant or like, the PvP. Basically, I got like second place. Like I think I did literally get second place every single time, and it took me 35 minutes. I played for 35 minutes, and I got like second place every time, and I got about like 120 to 130 points pretty much every time. So if you want the Greninja Stone and you have the online, then that's what then that's like how long it took me, because different people have said different, you know, some people sort of said like, oh, it takes like 45 minutes to an hour, some people said it takes like 25 minutes. It took me about 35, so which is kind of slap bang in the middle basically. So please Dynamax if you've got it. Also Kevin said, I hate that too, Bo, but I don't know what you were talking about now because I've talked about like 3 things since you probably typed that. But yeah, so anyway, but I do have the Greninja thing now. If I have a Switch Online trial, maybe I'll go for the Delphox one. It kind of just depends how long the Delphox is around for. If this first round is from like October 16th to November 5th, I'm hoping maybe they like take a little bit of a break or something, and then Delphox, like, you know, I'm hoping like Delphox is more in like December or something, because maybe then I could like use a free trial. And then I could get online again when, and then like I could get online again when like the Chestnut one becomes available. But I'm hoping like when November 5th rolls around, that isn't when like the Delphox rolls around. But we'll have to see. Jupiter High. But you hear the Pokemon that people tend to use online, and they're mostly drag. A lot. I'll just say my experience is a lot of people use Gardevoir. I think a lot of people probably are aware of the fact that a bunch of people use Feraligators. So weirdly, like Meganium could be good because of Feraligator. But there were a lot of Excadrills. There were, what was the other thing? Like Excadrill and Gardevoir were like the two things I saw the most. And then there were some other things I saw a few times. Like usually like starters and stuff. But you hear Freeze Dry is really good. Someone had a Slowbro, like it was like a Mega Slowbro, and it was really bulky. And it would just like use Surf a lot. Like that was pretty good. So... honestly, the thing I would kind of advise is try to find people who are busy fighting each other. And then... and hopefully like one of them because your moves tend not to be able to KO in like one turn, so usually you kind of like need to like pick on Pokemon who have already taken some damage, and if you kind of get people whilst they're busy and whilst they've taken damage, that can be a really good way to like get KOs. Obviously, if they're, obviously if you, like, see someone and you can kind of sneak up on them and whatever, like, do that too. But that's kind of what I found from my, like, 35 minutes. So take that at whatever value you take it from. Pick them off from a distance. A little bit. But yeah, just kind of, like, really try and get them, because if you just kind of, like, run towards them and they can see you coming, they can kind of switch or prepare for it. Like, people do switch and stuff, but... Anyway, Munchlax, no. Crocodile, no. Nidoking, what do you call a group of Nidokings with no ID? No Kings. Wow, I wasn't able to make that joke for 3 days, and then now I've been able to make it 3 days in a row. Would have helped if I could have made it, like, not last Saturday, but the one before, but never mind. And then, will we get the Golden Stack Attacker? No! Oh, come on, man. I'm getting really antsy now. And no, there aren't any Durants here. Munchlax, no. Crocodile, no. Nidoking, no. Stack Attacker, no. Quirky, Hasty, let's not be too mild. Or a double mild, Doop Doop. I am going to go with a Hasty Crocodile. And that should just about do it. So. My chat, my lovely chat. Maybe the real shinies were the friends we made along the way. You know what, Kevin, in all honesty, that is a rather beautiful sentiment in a way. And one that is worthy of the hammer. Xander, please. Okay, because we want shinies, dang it. Welcome back. Would you like us to keep a record of where you found Stack Attacker? And the answer is yes, I will. So, we've got Celesteela and Nihilego. I probably just mistyped this. Oh no, I think I just typed Celesteela correctly, guys. But then I probably got Nihilego wrong. Nihilego. Does anyone play with Lego? Right, chat. So chat, my lovely chat. Could you please let me know if you're able to do Celesteela and Nihilego, please? Like, so for example, Kevin can't do Nihilego, so I'm going to put Kevin in the Celesteela team. If the spreadsheet works, which it isn't. Thanks for that, Mr. Spreadsheet. I love it when you do that for no reason. But right, Kevin. So ready, set, bow, all that stuff. Oh, big sip of water. And then yeah, we'll see who can do. We'll see who can do these. It's just if anyone has any limitations, I want to like account for those. We might even do some Nightbot random selection game. Oh yeah, Lara Tiri does have the ticket. Ooh, okay. Maybe the real shinies were the hammers in my skull. The hammers... No, we don't hammer Kevin on the head. It's the kneecap. Okay, so, let's see. So hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. Okay, so we could do the Nightbot random selection game, so long as Lara, Tiri, or Kieran is able to host Nihilego. So let's go. 1 is Kiba, 2 is Jill, 3 is Kieran, and 4 is Lara Terry. Hopefully, Jill, you're now called Kill. Apparently, my the team you could be you were the honorary 3rd member of like the special K team. 2 is Jill. Okay, sorry. Right. Anyway, it's Nightbot random selection game. So anyway, here we go. Sorry, I'm thrown off by calling Jill Kill. I'm so sorry, Jill. Killisha. Oh, it's 3. Kieran. Okay. Hang on, but we do have to make sure actually, I will just say, because it's picked Kieran, maybe Lara Terry, you're definitely going to be around in like 20 minutes or whatever. Yes. Like if Kieran plays this round, you would definitely be good to host. You would definitely be good to host Nihilego in like 20 minutes. Because here's the thing: if you're good for like 20 minutes, then I will just pick between players 1 and 2. You'll be around until the end. Okay. Kill Jill 3. There we go. But right. Anyway, Bark. Random number is 2, which was... Hang on, my numbers all got... Which was Jill, aka Kill. Okay. So this is going to be Kevin, Kieran, and to make it a special K team, I guess Kill. So Kevin, Kieran, Kill, please come on down. And then Lara Terry, you will host the next one. And we'll figure that out when we get there. But yeah, we'll figure out who does the Nihilego afterwards. But it might just end up being, like, Kieran and Jill. But, you know, someone might come along. You never know. But okay, so Team 3, Kevin, Kieran, Jill, please come on down. And then Lara Terry, you will kindly host us in like 20 minutes, and I hugely appreciate that. So let's do this thing. So let's make sure we're connected on the YCOM, not on the X button. So please make sure that you're on the YCOM, you are connected to the internet. Whoa, you can walk around the science lady? Who knew that after like 700 hours of doing this? Right, so we're going to talk to the nice scientist lady. And then you're going to say, yes, please. We'll go, anything goes. And then we'll say, Celesteela, because that's the one we haven't done today, correct? And let's do this thing. Right, here we go. So, let's go 1028 and then 0254. There we go. 1028 0254. Here's the code. Ready, set, bow. Let's a bow, whatever. And let's do this thing, shall we? Let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. Yeah, so I got my Greninja. I'm on my way to the 1,000 battles. I am missing, in terms of types, basically the 5 things I need to do to get to level 50, right, are the 1,000 battles. I need to catch more Dragon, Rock, and Ice. Although I'm kind of close with Dragon and Rock, but Ice, I just need to like go to the Ice place and like, you know, throw repeat balls everywhere. And then, and I need to just do like 1 link trade evolution where someone actually gives me something that evolves on my game. Because I only had that happen like twice or whatever. So, okay. So Celesteela, it's like a Skarmory. Fire and Electric are really awesome, although it does have Earthquake, so we do need to watch out for that. The best solution for that is a Wide Guard Pokemon, namely Mienshao, Hitmonlee, Mantine, Kingler, and Pelipper. Although, I will just say, maybe we will... I was going to say, maybe though... we can keep an eye out for things with Reflect, I guess. Like, maybe if we had, like, a Reflect Pokemon, that could work. Like if our choices were bad, like, if we didn't have any, like, Fire or Electric, and, like, our choices were pretty bad, we could always get, like, a Reflect Pokemon. But, oh, yeah, Xander, if we get to, like, Thursday, and you still need that or whatever, we could totally do that if you like. Like, I could hop on the game, like, before the stream. Do you know what I mean? So if we stream at, like, 2 p.m., you and I could hop on at like 1 o'clock or 1:30 if you like, and we could do that. But yeah, if you need like Aromatisse and Slurpuff and then Caesar, then we could do that as well. Okay. But yeah, okay, Mr. Mime is to the right, and then Lilligant. Oh, Lilligant, rare Lilligant. But no, Charger Bug is to the... I think we need to go right because of Charger Bug. Oh, and then... Oh, Hitmonlee, but then there's also a Fire type. Oh, no. Wait. Oh, no. What do we do? Oh, I don't know. Do we do Charger Bug or, like, Charmeleon? Oh, wait, hang on. We've got... Oh, wait, hang on. I didn't pay any attention to what anyone got. We actually have a whole fire and electric team here. Oh. Well, this is, Oh, we probably could have just picked the path of least resistance then. But I do think going against an ice type with our fire types is the way to go here. So, but see, do we go all... Okay. Maybe we could aim for the Charmeleon and, like, get rid... Actually, Vikavolt only has, like, Spark, right? And Spark isn't very good. So maybe we could aim for Charmeleon. It's sort of a choice whether we go with Charmeleon for offense or, like, Hitmonlee for defense. To be honest, I think Hitmonlee is probably the better one, but we can go for Charmeleon because it's cooler. Right, Magmar, no, no. Ooh, okay, I don't like that. Yeah, Magmar's fine. Yeah, Spark is the only electric. That's the thing, Spark's not very good. Vikavolt's a special attacker, so, like, it's just annoying having, like, a weak physical electric. It's not even, like, a strong... physical electric. It's a weak physical electric. Although in fairness, like physical electrics struggle with this. Like they just aren't really good physical electric moves. There's now Super Cell Slam or whatever in the games, which is good, but before that there was really nothing. And even that move is like kind of limited and has its, you know, weaknesses. Okay, Mr. Mime. It's mime time. Or something. I don't know. Oh, yeah, two other things I was gonna say. Oh, well, one, because we're talking about ZA still a little bit, I will just say this, I am sorry to complain. I really love this channel. I really love the people on the channel, but I do think there is a little bit of the old Nintendo fan type thing here. But, like, I don't know if you saw, if any of you guys follow Nintendo Life. They're an incredible channel. I do recommend them if you are interested in other Nintendo stuff outside of... Like, if you, like, just play Pokemon and that's why you're here, fine, whatever. But, yeah, okay, so if we go to the left... Okay, there is Lampent as well. But if we go to the left, if we go for Pangoro, we can get Akira. And you could do Science as well, if you like. If you wanted to do some Science, Kieran... Because Pangoro is only okay, or Vikavolt is only okay here. Let's go for some Kieran Science. How often does this get to happen? Like, every second or third stream? Like, let's just do it, though. Vikavolt's not that great. Oh, Pincurchin. I mean, that... Annoyingly, that's actually quite good. Maybe... Okay. No, I don't... No, Thunder's not very good. Pincurchin only has Thunder, which isn't very good. Like, I wouldn't really count on that. I think we should probably still switch to Charmeleon. But Disconnex, hi, welcome. Lovely to see you. Happy Tuesday. Welcome. If you'd like to play along with us, we've got one round. We've got 2 rounds after this. So, but hello. Okay, I'm just gonna low sweep here to, like, lower the speed and because it's a bit more consistent. Maybe if, like, Magmar still has low health, we could, like, switch that for Charmeleon. But, and keep the Pincurchin. Like, maybe, like, Pincurchin and Toxtricity could be together, and then we could have, like, Charmeleon and Combuskin. Charmeleon and Combuskin, starter duo. But no, I was going to just say, they did a video this morning. Oh, yeah, see, that's the thing. That terrain and like rising voltage combo is so strong. It's so strong. And now that I've lowered its speed, I think basically we're like well set up to win here. Right, here's the max lightning. Very, very frightening me. Oh, very nice. Okay, so yeah, I think if we would just keep doing what we're doing, very nice work, everyone. Right, Fire Blast. Oh my gosh, so powerful. Oh, it's Wednesday for you, though. Do you mind if I ask where in the world are you? If you are, because that has to be like France, like something like France or further east of France, I would say. There has to be like a non-UK Europe and somewhere like to the right of the UK, like geographically, like to the east. When I say right, I mean on a map, but like to the east. Oh, Thailand. Very cool. And certainly east of the UK. Okay, so Kevin, if you wanted to do a double switch here for health... Okay, never mind. Because Magmar also isn't that great against Charmeleon, so... but that's okay. We'll figure it out. We do get a backpacker here, so we might be able to like get some healing or something. But no, I was gonna say they did a video this morning, and it was titled "Is Pokemon Legends ZA like really that bad?" And it's just kind of like, I don't know, like a lot of the actual reviews are like saying it's good, so like, you know, it's only really ones like theirs that were a bit more on the iffy side. Like, they're one of the few outlets who gave it, like, a sort of more average review rather than, like, a good review. So, so it's a bit like saying, like, is it that bad? It's like, well, there aren't that many places actually saying that. And it is just, like, trolls online. And so I don't really like the sort of buying into, like, I don't really like buying into troll narrative. I think when there are, like, trolls and, like, hate, like, I don't know, it'd be, like, sort of, is Taylor Swift really, like, bad or something like that? It's, like, you know, it's sort of just one of those things where it's, like saying, having something phrased that way, it's like, well, no, she's, like, really popular, so, like, no. It's only really, like, trolly people who kind of, like, you know, like, have an opinion like that, and so it's just kind of silly to, like, I think it's silly to validate trolly opinions or things where people are just hating, kind of, like, for hating's sake. But anyway, yeah, reviews tend to be... That's the thing. Most of the reviews are like a 7 or an 8, right? Which I would say is good. If something's like a 7 out of 10, I would say it's good. If it's like an 8, I would say it's like good, or like I'd say it's very good kind of thing. And a lot of the things I've seen are like 7s and 8s or like 4s out of 5. Maybe, you know, like I think maybe like a 3.5 out of 5, maybe a 3 out of 5 somewhere. But like generally though, it's like 4s out of 5 and like 7s and 8s is what I see for it. And so just being like, is it really that bad? And then basically it's like one person who's only played the game for 15 hours, and then another person who, again, without sort of spoiling anything, although the game has been out for 2 weeks and this isn't that much of a surprise. But yeah, one person who's played the game for 15 hours and the other hadn't even got as far as, let's just say in the ZA Royale, there comes a point where you start going in your sort of your promotional matches start going against like yeah, this is why we should have done a double switch. Oh, I really wanted Gigantamax Toxtricity. That would have been really good. But we do still get Rising Voltage, so actually this won't be that bad. Because Rising Voltage is actually just as strong as Stun Shock, so it's okay. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, Hydro Pump, but the Stun... Oh! Okay, we get G-Max Toxtricity. We get G-Max Toxtricity. It doesn't matter, we get G-Max anyway. Well done, everyone. You want to catch everything, you don't have to keep them, but always catch them. Ash, catch them. You also have to like the video. That's another thing I haven't said. Yeah, I thought the Hydro Pump wasn't going to do enough because of the sunlight. But, yeah, okay, that works. That works. But yeah, but anyway, and again, don't get me wrong, the video was not, oh yeah, either Pincurchin could, I think Pincurchin could, if Toxtricity is Gigantamaxing, Pincurchin is a good switch here, but, because the thing is, Pincurchin only has Thunder, and Thunder is, you know, sort of unreliable. Sorry, basically, that was the plan, but then we thought the plan had changed when the death had happened, but then the plan had changed back. But yeah, sorry, there just wasn't enough time to convey all that, and I was still trying to talk about my other point. But anyway, sorry, so I do apologize for that. To be honest, having the terrain is still helpful anyway. It will help out Toxtricity's G-Max electric move, like the Stun Shock, so... Xander, one of your recommended videos, Legend ZA price already dropped. What happened? It's stuff like this I don't care for. That's wild, yeah. See, what? Like, I haven't seen a price drop. I mean, to be honest, the game has already had a price drop, by virtue of the fact it has a bundle with the Switch where you can get it for cheaper. Like with the Switch 2, where you can get it cheaper. So, you know, you can already get it cheaper. Kaz, hello, welcome. But anyway, so in Legends ZA, with the like the in the ZA, as in like the Battle Royale thing, you know, without spoiling it, but you all know what I mean, those of you who've played it, there is a point at which you start fighting, like every one of your like promotional matches is against like some kind of named character who has like a unique character model and a unique character name, and they're more distinct and they show up several times. Yeah, that's why we didn't want Thunder. But in a nutshell, because at one point I thought maybe we were gonna like set up the sun as well, so obviously like electric and or, like thunder and the sun doesn't work. But anyway, but like, ooh, Max Quake. Oh dear. Well, even if we had wide guard, there was nothing we would have been able to have done about that. And it did just boost its special defense. Ooh, I hope we're still able to beat this on turn 2 now that it's getting a boost. And if it gets, I hope it doesn't get a second one. Okay, attack boost. Flash cannon. But basically, so there's a very early point in the game where I'll just say I'll say as well, it's like the point with Vinny, right? The point in the ZA where you meet up with Vinny, right? Like you guys know the thing I'm talking about. The thing that happens in Legends ZA where you go from Z to A with Vinny. And basically the conversation was between one person who's only played 15 hours, and then the other person who didn't even know about that thing with Vinny because they hadn't even got that far yet. Which is, and that thing is kind of actually quite early in the game, in all things considered. So it's sort of just one of these things where it's like, no offense, but like, you know, having a discussion between, if like those are the two people having a discussion about like the quality of the game, I don't really think that's like a very worthwhile discussion. They still got their like 20 minutes of watch time from me, of course, but it's one of those things when, again, sorry to kind of toot my own horn here, but I think me talking about like all the little intricate details about what separates it from Arceus, as I have done on these streams, kind of like has more value than their conversation about being hardly anywhere through the game. But anyway, Mr. Mime is no. Pangoro is a Pangor no. Charmeleon is not shiny. But will we get, please let us get, I'm getting desperate now, the White Bamboo Celesteela? No. Dang it. Mr. Mime, it's a girl! No sparkles, but Jolly, boo. Hardy, okay. Adamant, boo. Well, Adamant's good if you want to get a Charizard X. Maybe I should transfer this into Legends ZA so I have a Charizard X. I tell you what, I actually might do that. Okay, there we go. Charmeleon, you're gonna be transferred into ZA. I gotta like put you somewhere else so I remember to transfer you into ZA. But would you like to keep a record of where you found Celesteela? I'm gonna say yes. Lara Terry, are you ready to host? And thank you very much for being a host. Ooh, nearly out of box space, but I'm also not because, like, after this week, I'm gonna be stopping. So, okay, so let's just save the game there. Okay, so Lara Tiri, we're gonna have you for Annihilago. So, would anyone like to play in the next round? We're gonna be doing Annihilago. So, would anyone like to play Annihilago? Oh, and Celesteela was adamant. I hope I was. Charizard X is physical. Yes, it is. Yeah, Charizard Y is special, but Charizard X is physical. So you want to teach it like Dragon Claw, Flare Blitz, Fire Punch, stuff like that. And that also, yeah, that does also apply to Mewtwo, and it will probably also apply to Raichu. Yeah. But yeah, and physical, and Charizard X also had the ability Tough Claws, so like moves that make contact do extra damage. So that's kind of why I wonder how Charizard X like works out in ZA, because it's sort of, it might actually be like a little bit weaker. Jill can do Nihilego, Kill can do Nihilego, and Nil can do Nihilego. But what about Bill? No, that's cool. I like that. Okay, so let's see. So we got Kiba. Oh, hang on. Wait, Lara Tiri. Oh no, that's too early. Yeah, that's way too. Yeah, that's way too early. But yeah, sorry. Yeah, you gotta wait till we decide on a team. But I appreciate the hustle. Okay, so let's have Kiba, because Kiba's a strike one. Kiba, you are a strike one. Kiba, that is lots of fun. If Gingers were here, then Gingers is also a strike one currently. But otherwise Kieran is the only other person who has. No, wait, Jill. Oh no, wait, hang on. Sorry, Jill, but Jill didn't. Jill, you didn't say strike. Hang on, how many times has Jill's played twice? And then Karen's played twice. Okay. Can I just ask, out of Jill and Kieran, are both of you good to do a Thunderous afterwards if we did a Thunderous, or do any of you need to leave after this or anything? Because Jill, say if like you needed to leave after this, right? Then I'd be like, well, let's get you in now and Kieran can do the next round. Or if it's like the other way round, we'll do that way. Yeah, Jill played once and Kill played once. Oh, that's, in fairness, yeah, Jill is a strike one and Kill is a strike one. But yeah, maybe you should get Charizard for your team in ZA. I would recommend it. I think I've got like 2 Alpha Charmanders now, which is kind of wild. Okay, so Jill could do Thunderous as well. Then here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the Nightbot random selection game. And I'm going to go with... so here we go. So this is going to decide who's doing Nihilego. So we're going to have Lara Terry, Kiba, and Kieran for Nihilego. And then... Spreadsheet, can you please just work? But Jill, you get to be in the next team, okay? And that's a promise. Unless like we get 3 strike zeros. Oh, you have Lucario. Oh, Gardevoir, Glaceon, Gengar, Dragonite, Metagross. Wait, Xander. Xander, you've ditched your starter? You've ditched your starter? Xander, the hammer for that. We do not ditch our starters here at Bovio Games unless we do Ice-type challenges and get rid of them for Glaceons, which appears to be what you have done. No starter, though. No, that's interesting. But honestly, there's probably a fairly balanced team, apart from, like, Metagross and Lucario having the all-steel overlap. But yeah. Okay, so yeah, let's have Laratiri, Kiba, and Kieran for Team 4. And then we'll carry on from there, shall we? So please make sure you're connected to the internet on the Ycom. Let's talk to the lady. Laratiri, would you be able to put the code in chat again, please, just so that people don't have to scroll up? Just because I just like my chat gets kind of buggy if I have to scroll. Let's just see. Am I able to? Oh, okay, I've got it. So the code was 2311 and 1609. Wow, also my chat actually like scrolled upwards there, but it's having a difficult time scrolling down. Okay, so here we go, everyone. Hopefully I will be in 4th place, but we'll see how it goes. Or hopefully Kieran won't be in 4th place. Okay, so this, and then we got Kiba. Kiba. Needs to be in player 4. You wanted to raise 1 for the Sushi High Roller battles. Oh, the Metagross. Yeah. Yeah, the Sushi High Roller, like the Restaurant La Yeah or whatever, like whichever one has the like 10 battles. Is that the Sushi or is it the Restaurant La Yeah? Whichever one has the 10 battles, that's really tough, and I wouldn't recommend doing that until you actually have the mission for it. Anyway, Nihilego, it's super duper mega weak to ground, and then it's also weak to steel, water, and psychic. Okay, so ground is the best, and then steel, and then water, and then psychic. And that should be good. Okay. But Laratiri, thank you so much for hosting this. Let's all have some fun, everyone. Nidoking! More Nidokings. Guys, what do you call a group of Nidokings without any ID? No kings! Ha ha ha. That's like the 4th time I've been able to make this joke in the past like 2 days, even though I wanted to make that joke like 9 days ago when it was actually relevant. Never mind. I can't believe I had to wait all that time to be able to make the joke, and then now I've been able to make it 4 times. Klefki is really good, by the way, so nicely picked. Okay, you're weak to poison. You're just not really that good. I'm going to go with more Morpeko, but I'll probably need to switch. Same with Luxray, in all honesty. I should also raise one of those shiny Malamars. Yes, that sounds like an idea. But yeah, you could do it, Xander. Apparently, Mega Malamar does not really have very good stats, which is very weird. And because it doesn't have the contrary ability, there's not a whole lot you can do with it. Right, anyway, let's see what we've got. Teapot, Psychic. Okay, there is Psychic to the right. And then there is Ground at the end, which I think is Sandaconda. So do we want to do that? Do we want to go right for the Raichu, the right Chew, and then we'll hook back to the left so that we can get that Sandaconda? And then that would work, wouldn't it? So, like, basically, Kiba could get some Beyblade Sandaconda, and I could have some Psychic Pancake Raichu. Seems like all those Nidokings are becoming a royal pain for you. Sounds about right. I know Aegislash still has its ability hard-coded, and it sucks. Yeah, it does. It sort of does, doesn't it? Because, like... But that's the thing. It doesn't... Here's the thing. It doesn't work as well in a sort of live-action turn-based thingy. Because really, in Legends ZA, you kind of want to do, like... You know, like one stat move, and then like 1 or 2... attack moves, and then go back to a stat move. And again, Aegislash works better in the classic style of Pokemon, where it's like King Shield on, King Shield off, King Shield on, King Shield off. Like that's how like Aegislash works best, to be honest. Right, Flash Cannon. Just hit it while it's changing stances. Exactly. Like yeah, it just doesn't quite work. Right, Meteor Beam. More like a Meteor Beam. Oh no, we didn't Dynamax! Oh no, we always have to Dynamax turn 1, guys. But actually, this is fine though, because Nidoking is a really good Dynamaxer, so Nidoking will be fine. But we do need to Dynamax on turn 1, just as a heads up. Like, that's very important in general. But, no, that's a... Oh, wait, hang on. Laratiri, you thought you did. Laratiri, can I just... I just want to check one thing, Laratiri. Like, you aren't Dynamaxed in your game, though, right? Like, you haven't, like, you're not, like, on your Nintendo Switch screen right now, you're not a giant Nidoking, right? I just want... Because we had one time where someone was, like, someone didn't do the move we needed them to use, and we're like, no, you need to use blah, blah, blah. And they were like, I thought I did use blah, blah, blah. And then they did it again. And so we thought they were, like, sabotaging us. And then we'd realized that, like, they had disconnected from us. And so, like, they were doing the right thing on their game, and the computer was doing the wrong thing on our game. But it was just funny. Oh, you backed out a bit. No, that's okay. That's okay. Again, this is honestly fine because Nidoking is a good Dynamaxer for Nihilego, so it's not a problem. But we're just gonna have to keep in mind. So player 3 is gonna be the Dynamaxer in the next fight, though. So that's gonna be Morpeko. That's me. So yeah. I can't remember what we had next. It was the not the Sandaconda, but it was something else, right? Was it Steel or Water or Psychic? I hope that it's something that a Morpeko's good against, because I can't remember. Oh, the Raichu. Oh, yeah, the Raichu. Okay. That was it. But yeah, so, okay. So if we've got Sandaconda next, I would still say that I should switch so that we get one electric... Like, having an electric type against Sandaconda is bad, but having 2 electric types against Sandaconda is worse. So maybe if we do, like, a 1-for-1 electric for electric switch, that'll work. No, yeah, Kiba, well done for remembering Alolan Raichu and thus switching. I'd figured once I saw Alolan Raichu, I was like, okay, yep, okay, you remembered. You remembered. Right, I'm gonna Dynamax, I'm gonna Max Darkness, I'm gonna do this thing. And then, no, that's okay, Laratiri. No problem at all. But yeah, again, with the annoying thing about Dynamax Laratiri, so say if you select the Dynamax button, so say if you select the little Dynamax button, but then you don't select a move, and then you're like, oh yeah, actually, let me just check something, and then you like check your bag or your Pokemon team, and then you go back to the battle, it won't remember you've hit that button. So you always have to hit the button and then the move in like one movement. You can't like hit the button and then back out and then go back in again. So if like that's what you did, for example, like if you went in and out or out and in or whatever, then that can mess you up, and that's totally fine. Again, if it was just like a mistake, that's fine. If you were like, oh, I was saving it for someone else, like that's bad. Sometimes we've had that. We've had people being like sort of too polite. They've kind of been like, oh, I saved it for someone else because I didn't have any super effective moves. And it's like, but you have like Max Phantasm and we're a physical team and we needed that. And, you know, and all this other stuff. Like, there are very, very few, without me going on my rant, because you did just, yeah, again, it sounds like an innocent mistake rather than a, oh, I didn't know or whatever. It's just one of those things where there's so few instances where not Dynamaxing is the best thing to do. Like, generally, Dynamaxing is the best thing to do, even if you don't even have, like, a particularly good matchup. Didn't we have something, like, literally a day or two ago where we did have a Pokemon... we've had a couple of things lately. I think we had one where we just needed to do it because, like, to preserve the Dynamax order. And we really didn't have a good matchup, but it still worked out. And then there was another one where I think, like, the moves weren't very effective or whatever, but we were able to set up, like, a weather or a terrain or, like, lower its stats. I think we even had, like, a boss the other day where... Oh, yeah, we did... The other day, we did Thunderous with a Halucha as the Dynamaxer, and it was, like... I just used Max Darkness, and it didn't do much damage, but it lowered special defense, and then everyone else did, like, really, really powerful damage. So... yeah, it's just Dynamax is like such a good gameplay mechanic, and it's so strong. So yeah. I know, I almost forgot pancakes. So if you get why I like crack my voice during that, if you get that reference, kudos. That's a very niche reference, but it's a funny one. Right, let it rip. But yeah. So anyway, in conclusion, from the topic I talked about like on and off 15 minutes ago, and then haven't talked about for 15 minutes, and am now bringing back for no reason at all. Yeah, but like there are reasons I say about like Nintendo fans and Pokemon fans, and just and again, the video wasn't like some, you know, rage baity, angry, super negative thing, but it was sort of just two people kind of being like, yeah, the game's like fine, it's got this thing that's pretty good and this thing is pretty good, but like it's fine. Whereas like I'm very impressed with the game, so I just think I think it's like really fun and there's a lot of stuff to do, and yeah, you know, and I think just kind of really like the people who the game could appeal to the most, you know, I don't know. It's just one of these things where like, you know, it's just weird when you like hear opinions from people where, I don't know, their opinion doesn't really hold a whole lot of weight because it's like they haven't played the game much and they don't really seem like they're that into it, like into the series or the franchise anyway. So, you know, that old thing. Right, anyway, Bark, so Kiba, you're gonna switch, Kiba, so you won't get to, unfortunately, Kiba, you won't get to Gigantamax here, well, but you just did, because of the Mimikyu, but you won't get to Gigantamax or Sandaconda, you got to Dynamax, but you won't get to Gigantamax. But Laratiri, redemption time. It's Laratiri's redemption arc, where Nidoking will get to Dynamax. So let's do this thing. And Bossy wins with a burst finish. So yes. The only other big thing that I had written down, I've actually talked through a bunch of my things today. The only thing I was going to say, I think today, or like in the past couple of days anyway, has been like 2 years since Matthew Perry died. Matthew Perry from Friends, who played Chandler. Sorry, like the name Chandler is one that just doesn't work in my accent, so it's always just such a weird one because it's not Chandler and it's not Chandler, it's Chandler. Like, but like we don't really have that A sound in UK English, so it's like, I don't know. So I say Chandler. Chandler, and the winner is Rocky! Me when you play Kirby Air Riders Day 1. Zonda, I was kind of thinking that when I saw the Rock, the Rock character, that was funny. But yeah, so it's been 2 years since we lost Matthew Perry, and I like grew up watching Friends, and I like Friends, and I mean I haven't watched Friends in a long time, so maybe if I watched it, there'd be certain episodes I'd kind of be like, or whatever, like, because it's like, oh, that didn't date very well or whatever. But for the most part, I still like Friends and think of it fondly, and I get clips for it on my feeds every once in a while, and I usually pretty much always watch them just because it was a funny show. And like he was so funny, and like Chandler was the one that is like my favorite and the one that I ended up finding myself drawn to. Oh, that Sandstorm is actually really annoying with like special attacks. But thank goodness we have the Dynamax Nidoking. Oh my gosh. Oh, I was going to say, was that even a crit? But yeah, it was. That explains a lot. But yeah, Sandstorm add high special defense equals very dangerous. But we did it! We just beat Annihilego! Let's Annihilego! Team 4! Team 4 galore. Well done, everyone. Stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars. And let's do this thing, shall we? If you haven't yet clicked like on the video, now would be an amazing time to. It's time for Bo to shame his fans. And say that we should have, I don't know, what, like 13, 14, 15? Do we have at least 15 likes? Maybe 16? I feel like we should have at least 15 now. But yeah, here we go, everyone. Let's hope that we finally get a shiny legendary, because good golly gosh. Also, Zach, did I say hi to you earlier? I don't know whether I hope I said hi. If I didn't, hi. I thought I did say hi to you earlier, but I'm also like, maybe I didn't, though. Mimikyu is a no. For a second, I was like looking at its tail, and for some reason I thought it was, but no. You look at the cheeks. If you can see that like the cheeks are red and like the skin is kind of, you know, pale or whatever. If you can see like the distinction between like the red and the pale, that's how you know that it's not shiny. Raichu is a no. Pancakes. Raichu also looks like really brown in Legends ZA, if anyone's noticed that. But Sandaconda is a no. You did not. Oh my gosh, Zach, I'm so sorry. Xander, the hammer, for me. But will we get the Golden Allego? No. Oh, come on, I'm getting really mathematically overdue here. Okay, no sparkles, no sparkles, no sparkles, and more no sparkles. We got Lonely, that's pretty good. Naughty, that's okay. Brave, that would... Actually, that's not terrible. And Bold, but I'm going to go with the Lonely Mimikyu. And it's like, oh, I'll Mimikyu as well, so there you go. Dang, that sucks. More like $1,000. I need more than that, though. Right, so, oh dear, it looks as though you've run out of space. Lara Terry, thank you for hosting that one. We are going to go back to the old Thunderous. But could you guys, gals, non-binary pals, please... we got one more round to go. Could you please let me know, strike the number of times you have played today, and let me know if you are around and interested in doing a Thunderous, please. Ready, set, bow, let me know. Again, we'll just see if anyone else has joined us or anything. So Jill is... We will have Jill in this one. For charms, isn't there an option to turn them off? Or for whatever reason, it's just crazy. It's in other games. You mean things like the shiny charm? Like, no, they're just things that are, like, added once you have them. Okay, Jill, you're still available. That is good. Okay, so let's see how many of everyone we have. Okay, Lara, Terry can, and Kevin can. Okay, so maybe we could have like Lara, Terry, Kevin, and Jill. And then that would make a good final team, I think. Oh, Tegan. Okay, How about we do... Hang on. How about we do this? Why don't we do... If Tegan is... Okay. Here's what I'm thinking, Abraham Lincoln. Tegan might be able to join us here. So why don't we have... Well, no, I was going to say Kevin. Would you mind being a 59-second substitute if Tegan doesn't make it? So... Could we have, like, Jill, Lara, Terry, and Tegan? And then if we have any issues, Kevin can join at the 59-second mark. So, if that sounds good and that works out okay, then that would be really good. And then... But yeah, so if we connect to the... Okay, so if we connect on the YCOM to the internet, okay, we'll talk to the scientist lady, and then you guys just say anything is fine, okay? So anything is fine, anything goes. But I will say thunderous, more like a blunderbuss. And then we'll go on this screen. We'll set up a nice... Let's just go 1028, 1028. Let's keep it real simple here. So 1028, 1028. And then... and yeah, so Jill, Lara, Terry, and Tegan. But yeah, Kevin, just be on standby just in case. Just in case. But yeah, when we won't do like a second lobby, if that's okay. Tegan, you made it! So Tegan, what did you do to fix it? What did you do? What did you do? Okay, so we've got Jill, we've got Tegan, so we just need Lara Terry, unless Lara Terry now has issues. But Tegan, congrats, that's brilliant. I will just say, I've kind of said this before. You uninstalled the firewall and then reinstalled it. Ah, dang firewalls. But okay, Lara, Terry, Tegan. Oh, sorry, it's Lara, Terry, and Tegan who are in, and then we're waiting on Jill. So I will just say, I know I've kind of said this before. When we have situations where it kind of becomes evident that someone like might drop out, unless you actually like, you know, like need to go or something, like, oh, I need to go anyway, or I don't know, something like that. But like, I will just say, please don't like volunteer or just be like, oh, I won't join and like put your Switch down or anything. Please do like let me decide those things. And I know I don't mean to sound too bossy or anything when I say that, but the thing is, it's just I will have very specific ideas and there will be things I'm thinking, and it's just stuff like Jill's just been away in Jamaica, and you know, like very sad reasons, and like my condolences and love go out to you and your family, Jill. And Lara Terry has like only finally been able to join us recently, whereas like Kevin gets to play like 2 to 3 times every day. So it's kind of like I would, in a circumstance like today, rather have like Jill, Tegan, and Lara Terry play, because Kevin's already played like twice today as well. So you know, in my head, so it's just one of those things where sometimes people are like, oh, I won't play, and then they like put their Switches down. And it's like, no, we need you to come back, like, and stuff like that. So I will just say, I will deal with all the team selection and deciding stuff. Like sometimes I'll be looking ahead at like teams we have upcoming and be like, oh, well, this person could join in then, or something like that. So I do appreciate people's kindness, but just like only volunteer to step down if I ask, like, would anyone be willing to step down? That's the time to do it. But don't just kind of like do it before I've even like made that suggestion, because it can actually kind of mess up my plans. Because often people kind of be like, oh, okay. And then like sometimes like I have a plan and then people kind of do that. And then other people in chat start like jumping on that suggestion in chat. And then it kind of messes up the plan that I'm doing on my spreadsheet and stuff like that. So anyway, Thunderous, you guys know Thunderous, Rock and Ice are very nice. But Electric, Dragon, Grass Resistance, as well as Lightning Rod, Volt Absorb, Ground types. These aren't great initial choices, but so I do really appreciate, like, I do really appreciate the kindness and the selflessness of being like, hey, I will drop out. And if you ever have stuff where it's like, it's not really, I don't know, but like, basically only like go or drop out if you need to go or drop out, because or something, because it's just like, I usually am making plans for like even if we don't have like a full team, like say if we do like team 3 and 4 and it's like, right, I'll decide team 5 in 20 minutes, I also might have like low-key already kind of like made some plans for like how that's gonna go. And so like when people do be like, oh, I'll just drop out, it's like, well, hang on, like that hold on. Like then it just kind of like, so right, Thunderous. There is Electric to the left. Is that Togedemaru? I think it's Togedemaru. And then we got like Fire types, and then Oh, this isn't great. There's just a load of Electric. And then Carcoal, who's a Rock type. So So again, I do always really appreciate it, and obviously, like, if you ever need to go, or it's not actually that ideal for you to, or if you're something like, you know, if you say something like, you know what, actually, it's not ideal for me to do another round, so like, if you need if you say something like, if you need someone to drop out, honestly, the next, like, it's not great for me to do another round anyway, I need to leave soon, something like that, that's okay. But if you just like, I'll drop out, it's like, well, hang on, I haven't asked anyone to drop out yet or anything, because again, and also I have like the Nightbot random selection game, like, I like using the Nightbot random selection game. I think that's like a nice, fair, democratic thing. It also leads to a lot of hilarious moments. So again, don't forget we've got the Nightbot as well. I know today I actually didn't use the Nightbot thing, but I was kind of like, well, again, Jill's been away. Lara Thierry, like, is like finally able to sort of play with us after like not playing with us for like such a long time. And Tegan's back. So I think that is just like a really fair thing. Like, no offense to Kevin, but I do think that is like a sort of slightly fairer thing. It's like, well, hang on, we sort of have 3 people who, all for different reasons, have like not been able to play as much and stuff, versus someone who gets to play almost every day. So let's let the people who haven't played play as much compared to, you know, again. So I don't know, and we do have the Nightbot thing as well. So. So if I ever need anyone to sit out, I will sort of say, would anyone mind sitting out on this? Usually the time when people possibly need to sit out is, say, if we've kind of like decided on a team, but then someone comes along and is like, oh, hey, like, could I play in this round too? And it's like, oh, we did kind of just decide the team, but like, maybe if someone wanted to drop out, you could like take their place. Like, that's usually when we need to like, you know, swap someone out. Like, when we kind of like have, okay, so maybe we could have like Kevin, Kieran, and Kiba, and then someone would be like, yeah, hi, I'm new here, can I play? And it's like, oh, would one of you guys be okay stepping down, because I want to like let this other new person play. Like, that's usually when it's kind of like, you know. But if I need it, I'll ask for it, is essentially the point of this like 5-minute waffle. Giving Nightbot employment. Exactly, Lara Thierry. Exactly. And Kevin, exactly. Sorry. Okay, Carco. So I think Jill... Oh, I was going to say Jill is better for this, because Carco's like the only good Pokemon here on this path. So, oh, but Jill didn't switch either. Okay. We kind of needed Jill to switch there, not Tegan. Okay, but here's the thing. Tegan, Jill put no, so I'm glad you did swap, in all honesty. Alchemy, Togedemaru. Okay, should we go left for Togedemaru? This is a bit awkward. Should we go left for Togedemaru? And then I didn't look at the final row, did I? Maybe Jill could do some science, maybe? So no, don't worry, Tegan. In all honesty, Tegan, that kind of worked out in the end. Again, I think ideally we would have wanted Jill to have the Carco, because it's a rock type and Jill's in 4th place. But Jill didn't go for it, and so at least someone took it, and that's a good thing. So, so it's all working out, sort of. To the extent that this can work out, because this is a rough path for us. I do apologize. Not that I did anything wrong, but this is a rough path for us. Now, am I faster than a Lantern? That is the question. That sounds like, are you smarter than a 10-year-old? A 5th grader? 83, 149. Oh, these are all very slow, aren't they? Doo-doots, 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 doo-doo-doo. Okay. I'm going to be a bit unconventional here, but just because if I wait 1 turn, I think I'll get to reap the benefits here, I think. So are you switching and science here? So basically, switching before a science is obviously incredibly pointless, because then the science changes your Pokemon anyway. So the answer is an unequivocal yes, please do it, because it's pointless and that's hilarious. Okay, so Thievul, here we go. So I'm going to give Thievul the plus ability, and then when Thievul uses Burning Jealousy, this will do more damage because it has entrainment now, and then Carco's using Overheat, which is pretty neat. And then hopefully we get a nice max geyser here. Yep, sweet. Okay. So we probably don't want to use fire moves as much now. Pointless things are funny. Like a broken pencil. I would say a broken pencil is just kind of frustrating, particularly when you can't find a sharpener. Like, have you ever, like, really needed a pencil, and then you, like, and you find, like, a broken one, like, in the drawer, and then, like, you're like, I need a sharpener. And you can't find one. Very annoying. Actually, chat, one random thing. So, me and my brother were talking the other day, and we're talking about my grandpa. My grandpa's 94 years old, and basically he had an incident the other day where he was out and about, and he sort of got, like, stuck, and he kind of, like, just kind of, like, walked home, but he, like, kind of shouldn't have done that. He should have, like, called us, but... And I think my brother was a bit like he has his phone, he should have, like, called us, but I kind of, like, tried to point out that, like, that basically, like, having a magic, like, sort of talking, like, machine in your pocket may not necessarily, you know, be, like, his instinctive thought, because he basically probably spent about, like, 70 years of his life without that. And so if he ever was, like, out and about and stuck, like, reaching in your phone and using your pocket, wouldn't necessarily be, like, his automatic first thought. And the reason I'm saying this is, like, Bo, what are you talking about? Where are you going with this? The reason I'm saying this is because I am of an age where, like, so I didn't have, like, a phone with, like, a good camera on it until I moved here to America. Like, I just had, like, a basic flip phone back in England because I needed, like, calls and texts, but I didn't, like, need any apps or anything like that. You know, or, like, a camera all the time or whatever. So, like, guess you forgot to take disarming voice off the even before evolving it. Oh no! I made sure to do that with mine because, yeah, they all seem to come with it, don't they? Oh no. But the reason I say this is I haven't grown up with, like, a smartphone or having a smartphone, and so there are a lot of things where you could just take a picture on your phone. But that isn't necessarily always my first thought. So, like, say if I see something, you know, sometimes there might be a thing, and I'll be like, oh, let me write that down, and I'll start looking for a pen and paper, and it's like, oh, wait, I can just take a picture of it. Oh, Cradilly. Oh, Cradilly's really good for Thunderous. Oh, okay. Okay. Do we want to do Comfey or Raichu? Probably the Raichu, actually. And either, there are no wrong answers here. It's just the Raichu, like, one thing is immune to electric, two things resist it. So that's kind of what I was thinking there. Okay, Cradilly is really, really good for, for Thunderous. I know, the Pokemon we started the first adventure with is the one we're going to end with. I know, that's so funny. Right, I'm going to Dazzling Gleam. I'm not going to do any, like, entrainment stuff here. But please, Dynamax. I'd say physical is probably better than special, but yeah. So, and so there might be a bunch of people kind of like certain ages where they where, like, there might be people of certain ages where they could just take a picture on their phone, but they kind of forget that that's, like, an option. Like, there are probably people who grow up, and because of phones and stuff, they're like, oh, if this ever happens, just, like, take a picture on your phone. But because, like, there are people who, like, didn't grow up with that option, that may not be, like, their first thing, and they wouldn't have been, like, taught that at all. So that's kind of why I sort of... So that's what I say about, like, sorry. So when you say about, like, a pencil without lead in it or whatever, that's kind of what I think of, because I think about all the times in my youth where I would kind of, like, be like, oh, hang on, let me write that down or something. And there's probably going to be some time in my life where I like, you know, I need to make a note of something, and I like find like a pencil that doesn't really have a good amount of like lead in it or whatever, or it needs sharpening. But like, oh, Omni Boost! We actually got the Omni Boost. Nice. Although I will say Energy Ball is a better move, but I mean, you don't need to preserve your PP that much, but I would go with Energy Ball rather than Ancient Power. The Omni Boost has obviously proved that wrong, but you're unlikely to get 2 Omni Boosts, just a heads up. Okay, let's see, hang on. Sorry, I do just have an email. Okay, okay, growing stronger, Energy Ball, Okay, I can check that out afterwards. Okay, sorry. Again, sorry, when you get, like, busy, important looking emails, you just kind of need to... I think that's okay. I think that can hold off. Like, that can wait, like, 10 minutes. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. I do apologize for my unprofessionalism. 2468, that cheer was great! Except it's not, because Raichu's a special attacker, not physical. Okay, so you know what is kind of like a funny, ironic thing, like switching twice when you're doing science. Having a cheer that isn't feeble, but that gives you a light screen, or a light screen against a physical attacker, or a reflect against a special attacker. That is the other, you know, fun, like, you know, sort of it's ultimately pointless kind of things. Well done, Team 5, by the way. Well done, Team 5. Very well done. Okay, so thunderous. Okay, I am just gonna say nope, and then here we go. Because we have a good team here. We have a good team. So yeah, Jill, if you Dynamax and use a sweet max Rockfall, I'm going to do entrainment strats on Tegan just to try and help out Tegan's Rock Slide. If Tegan uses Rock Slide, that'll be good. Better than a Feeble Chill, lol, 20%. Again, Xander, there are some days I believe that, but I don't know. I feel like it's more than, like, 1 in 5? I swear, like, I feel like if it's 1 in 5, we would, like, I feel like we rarely have streams where we don't, like, if we have streams where we have multiple cheers, I feel like it's rare that we, like, don't get 0 feebles. I don't know. Right, I'm gonna entrainment the old Carkol, because again, I'm here to just, like, not get hit by electric moves, for the most part. But I can help out Carkols whilst I'm here. And then, but yeah, like what we got? We got like 2 rock types. Lantern is also a bit of a I'm here to not die, but oh, Dedenne, hang in there, little buddy. Right, entrainment. Blup 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 blup. Okay. So Flash Fire, unless we like set up the sun and it uses Weather Ball on Carkol and all that stuff. But there we go. Look, see, Rockslide just got a power boost. There you go. Here's Max Rockfall. Show me potato salad. Ooh, okay, very nice. Very nice. And then, okay, so there's Sandstorm. This will help boost Carkol and Cradili's special defense. Oh no, Hydro Pump missed. How did it miss? It's 2 feet in front of you. Okay, I'm just gonna Dazzling Gleam, more like a Dazzling Beam. Thunder. Oh no, hang in there, Carkol. No, my entrainment strats. My entrainment strats. Oh, Kaz, you got a pink ducklet. Nice, congrats. That's a good one. Right, Dazzling Gleam. Ugh. I'm a bit worried if we're even gonna be able to beat this in 3 turns. Right, Water Pulse. Can we get some confusion? I think you honestly might need to go for a Hydro Pump on the next one, just because we need to try and KO this thing in the next turn. Because actually, yeah, we're not in great position. I hope we've only died once so far, but have we lost 2 lives? I'm a bit scared. If we've like lost a life already on this, we could be on the brink of losing here. Oh no, but Lantern's gonna get a free heal though. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna die though. I'm dead. Oh, yeah, too strong to withstand. Thank goodness Lantern has Volt Absorb. Oh, it did Thunder on Lantern! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Okay, here's the Max Rockfall. We need this to be like a crit, though. We need this to be like a crit, though. Oh, no. Even if it was a crit, it wouldn't have done that much. But right, Hydro Pump. Oh, so close. Okay, maybe like just Water Pulse on the next turn, because I think on the next turn Water Pulse would be okay. But Carcoal, we need a Rock Slide from Carcoal to hit. We need a Water Pulse from Lantern to hit, and we need an Ancient Power from Cradilly to be okay. Because you still have 1 Ancient Power left, right? You didn't use 2 before, right? You only used 1 before, right? And we need a good cheer here, like a nice special attack boosting cheer. 2, 4, 6, 8. Is the chip below great? Oh, what is it? What is it? What is it? Defense! That's terrible. That's also rubbish. It doesn't have any physical moves. No, Max Lightning. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Okay, hang in there, Cradilly. The Sandstorm is up, so you do have a boosted special defense. Okay, the terrain. Oh wait, hang on. Lantern has Thunderbolt. We could just be using Thunderbolt. Oh gosh. We could have been using Thunderbolt the whole time. Anyway, for neutral damage. Anyway, well done, Team 5. That was weirdly close, wasn't it? I think I kind of forgot about the old electric. Yeah, we could have just been using Thunderbolt. Never mind. Stars and Sparkles, Sparkles and Stars. And then I will go and do my audition and paperwork and other stuff that I've apparently got to do. Thank you guys, you have been wonderful. Maybe I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, if I don't get a legendary now, I will try to be back tomorrow. We'll see what my day looks like. Again, this is my final week of doing the post-strike streams, at least until my hiatus/sabbatical. So I'm really going all out to just try and get at least 1 more shiny legendary, because Lady Luck is not being kind to me. So let's find out whether we're going to try to do a stream tomorrow. Well, actually, well, maybe, well, we'll see if people are around, I guess. But Carcoal is a Narcoal or or I don't know, whatever. You just no Carcoal. Togedemaru is not shiny. Raichu is no pancakes. But will we get the slightly purple Thunderous? No! Oh, come on, man! This is getting bad! This is getting bad! But yeah, although we actually might not have enough people for tomorrow, just looking at everything, but we'll figure it out. We might just do like 1 Thunderous, like me and Kevin might do like 1 Thunderous, and then we'll be out of here. Okay, maybe we'll just do one with like 4, you know, like 3 or 4 or something like that, you know, but just to like get a few extra raids in. So no Sparkles there, no Sparkles there, no Sparkles there, and no Sparkles there. Impish, no. Hasty, let's not be too lax. Oh, lax, there's always a gentle or a lax. And why so serious? But yeah, I'm gonna go with a hasty Togedemaru, I guess. And 2, yeah, just me, Kevin, and 2 dumb NPCs who will do better than either of us. But anyway, Bark, we saved the game. Welcome back. Would you like us to keep a record of where you found Thunderous? But yeah, okay. So I will try to be back tomorrow unless anything big comes up or anything. I'll let you know. Because obviously tomorrow is like Pokemon Go raid hour, so it's not always the best day to like give up time doing auditions and stuff. And I keep getting auditions and things to do this week, which of course is happening. And then next week it will be like the quietest week ever. But thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate you trying to help me get one more shiny legendary. It's better doing this than playing alone. So I really do appreciate it. Like the video if you haven't. Lots of love. Maybe see you tomorrow. Maybe see you Thursday. Take care. See you later. And bye-bye.